Welcome everybody to Tom's Tourney 2017. We're here for the women's final between Gentle Ladies from Ghent, Belgium and the German under-24 team. My name is Ravi Vasudevan. I'm here with Benji Rees. And this game is going to be a great one. Gentle is going to start by pulling to the German under-24 team. Germany in white, Gentle in blue.
Yeah, we're going to see Gerner begin the point here, bricking this disc. She was very effective in their semi-final that we streamed earlier against Grut. She's definitely a player to keep an eye on.
So yeah, Germany under 24 here getting a win against Grut, and Gentle getting a win in their semi-final against Jaka, which are two very tough women's opponents, so we know that these two teams are going to be really strong.
Absolutely, just moving on to this near sideline with Kuhn. Swinging back towards the middle, Gerner's got it again. Happy to operate the dump swing to start with.
So Gentle here coming out with a 3-3-1 look with a wall type of zone. Germany happy to swing it around so far.
Yeah, Tisson and Gerner getting a lot of touches in early, getting comfortable with this disc.
Gentle now going into single coverage.
Yeah, it's Kuhn with the disc here.
Lots of energy here from the sidelines.
She finds Gerner a little up line cut. She's going to swing it off very effectively, but it's going to die just before Tisson gets there. Gentle will have an opportunity here to start this game with a break. Moving the disc forward here. Vertical set to start with. Nice little high release backhand to release the pressure, reset that stall count. Looking downfield, sliding that inside out through, and it's stolen away. Porsche doing an excellent job in coverage, getting in front of her mark.
Both teams coming out firing, putting lots of pressure on. Really eager to win this match.
It's a person look at the moment, and they're going to shoot that one deep. Brinker's going to catch it for the goal, but it is going to go back on a travel call here.
There's a travel call on the play.
Germans begin to rush the field and then probably return back to the sidelines.
Pity, that was quite a nice disc she threw there.
Yeah, Lieberth did excellent last game, both as a thrower and as a receiver as well. She's going to take the reset just to Tisson off the restart. Schaefer now with the disc resetting to Tisson. Tisson finds Force downfield. Tisson burning up line there. Defender left in the dust. Germany beckoning towards the end zone.
Gentle doing a really good job to cut off the upline cuts right here and putting pressure on the around from the mark. Nice, great team defense here. But there appears to be some type of call. Stahl is going to come in on 4.
Tisson with the disc. Looking for Gerner on the reset. She clears out and he goes back to Lieberth. Kuhn now with the disc. Just knocking on the door, not quite able to get in yet. Just shy of the end zone, maybe looking to squeeze that little IO in, deciding against it. Instead throwing that flick around for the goal. Kuhn hitting Brinker with the score.
And that's the first score, a hold by Germany. That makes it 1-0 here in this women's division final at Tom's Tourney 2017.
Excellent start for the Germans. That'd be exactly what they wanted, getting on the board pretty efficiently. Maybe not the cleanest point they've ever had.
Still impressive movement, impressive throws, and also impressive for them to have that tenacious defense to get that point back after they made that mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well done all round, I think.
So Gentle here bringing out their O-line for the first time. Germany coming out on D.
Something we saw in the earlier stream game is that Germany don't necessarily keep strict offense or defensive lines. They do tend to have a lot of crossover between them, which worked well because it meant they could keep strong handlers on both lines. So when they did get the turns on defense, they were able to punish them effectively. That is going to land inbounds and then just fade out the sideline. So he's going to come from the front cone here. Side stack set from right from that far side of the field. Just comes into that near side, shooting deep.
Great put. And Gentle now in their red zone, looking to score. Beautiful inside break there. Amazing point by Gentle. Great movement, great huck, and a great I.O. lefty backhand for the score. If they throw out that type of offense, it's going to be really hard for Germany to put pressure on that. They seem to have no trouble there.
Absolutely. I know although it's very early on, Germany seemingly having no answers for the questions that Gentle offense posed. You can see tracking down that huck well, way in front of the defender.
And here you're going to see that low step into this inside break. There it is. Beauty of a disc.
Yeah.
In there for the score. That brings the score
execution.
1-1. Gentle with the hold, answering Germany's hold. Gentle having a bit of an easier hold on their O-line than Germany did. Germany had one turnover, and then even after that turnover, Gentle was able to put a lot more pressure on. So Germany's going to have to find a way to put pressure on this Gentle offense.
Absolutely. In the meantime, the Germans coming out on an offensive line, though. We see Tisson playing again. Gerner's back up. Gerner's retaken to the field. This is, I think, might be the same 7 that we saw open the game for the Germans, actually.
That pull's going to be a bit short, making the Germans only having to work half field, and Gentle again coming out in this wall zone.
Disc is swung on this near side to Tisson. Gerner has it at the moment. Perhaps looking for Lieberth behind that wall.
Get to continue. They reset. Germany calling to go to single coverage.
Disc with Tisson now, looking downfield, trying to isolate an option, and she finds one there. This is going to go off the hand, and it's slapped down. Just not able to gather it cleanly was Kuhn. And the Gentle defender making sure that there wasn't an opportunity there to get it at a second attempt. But they're going to give it back immediately. Throw just slightly out of reach. Tisson picking up quickly, trying to not give the Gentle defense a chance to scent. Gets high for that one, fakes that low backhand.
Able to get it up the line.
Yeah, Brinker now with the disc. Swing it back into the middle. Defender falls over on Gerner's cut, but there's a little call here. I think she's saying that there was a little elbow, shoulder maybe, as Gerner ran through for that. This is going to go back to the handler.
Uncontested foul there, I believe, or maybe there's still some discussion.
I think maybe just a little explanation to try and prevent it happening again, perhaps. Little slap of hands. And Germany will get on the move again here. Sticks into Tisson, nice, low, inside break. Carving open right to that break side. Forsch with the disc here. She finds Gerner getting close to the end zone now, looking for that around break. They used it effectively last time, and the defender's closing. Lieberth is more than happy to take that before they can get a chance at it. Nice put from Gerner. Lieberth left wide open.
So you'll see here, this is the mistake that's made. The mark goes to try and take that open side option and then leaves that break open. You have to trust the rest of your defense to get that one and keep your mark on. Otherwise, you make a nice, easy score for Germany. Germany able to capitalize. Though so far, I am impressed with Gentle's defense more than Germany's defense, making it a lot harder for Germany to score. That brings the score to 2-1 for Germany, under 24 against Gentle ladies here in this women's final, Tom's Tourney 2017.
German coaches and sideline coming onto the field here. Trying to make adjustments. Draw up a defensive plan here. Something that perhaps can exert a bit more pressure on the Gentle ladies. We weren't quite able to do it last time.
So let's see. Gentle can have another. That's a great pull.
That's a phenomenal pull. Nice low release backhand, releasing it on the move, getting beyond the mark. Just going out towards that far sideline. It's going to rifle that one deep. Going to chase it down and going to run it down efficiently as well.
What a throw from Lisa Sellis, Belgian national team handler there. She's known for shooting it deep. That was an amazing disc. No defenders in sight. Gentle again with a pretty uncontested offensive point.
Yeah, whatever Germany were doing that time, it was not effective, that single coverage.
There we see that bomb of a flick.
An absolute
all the
monster.
way into space. Perfectly just sits on a shelf for the attacker. And that makes it 2-2 for this game in the women's final. So far, no breaks. Both offenses holding strong.
Yeah, both teams on serve, but as we've talked about, Gentle have looked the more likely to make a break happen. Not quite able to generate so much pressure. Oh, the German defense, but there's still plenty of time left in this game. Only 10 minutes in so far.
So far, yeah, Germany's been unable to get a solid offensive point without turning it over for a score. Both possessions they have had one turnover. We'll see if that'll continue. And Lisa Sellis here with the pull. And it's going to be bricked.
Yeah, not quite what they would have had in mind. And it looks like they might be coming out with this zonal set again.
It seems what I'm really impressed with Gentle's offset here is not so much the zone, but their transition to person single coverage defense after that. They're able that time that's a situation where a lot of teams can get stuck and then an offense can capitalize on a mismatch, but Gentle are really able to clamp down on single coverage defense and then put pressure on. That's where they've all gotten, I think both of their turns is on that transition.
Yeah, Tisson now with the disc. Schaefer has it, swinging it back to Gerner. Nice little blade around. Swinging it all the way across this field, trying to open up spaces beyond that wall. Squeezing it down the sideline. There's a defender there. Lieberth will chase that down though.
Gentle defender was close, but Lieberth able to just take control.
Here the sideline shout to transition. That's going to go out to space. A lovely little put there for Gerner. Really effectively done by Lieberth. Germany will take a 3-2 lead here.
So Lieberth has been involved in all three of Germany's scores so far. She seems to be a quite effective player here for the German side.
Absolutely. German coaches coming on. Marco Müller and Max Liebersberger. Trying to come up with perhaps a different strategy. Maybe it's a little adjustment, perhaps it's a complete something they can do to try and alter the state of this.
So Gentle fielding the pull. Great pull by the Germans. They're really able to get that pull deep into the end zone. Incredibly important thing to do. And the Germans coming out with a four-person cup. Gentle hammering it over. I like this from Germany, trying to see if they can do something to stop Gentle's amazing offense they've shown so far.
Even if they can't generate a turn, maybe make them think a bit more, get them out of rhythm. When a team is in an offensive rhythm, it can be really difficult to disrupt them. Just right on this near sideline here.
They're only giving them
really
that little
close.
crash. They're taking away everything else. Now they're able to dump it back, way back. Can they get the swing off? Now things may be opening up. Launch that disc. There is a deep in the area. Two Gentle people and an amazing takedown for the score. What a point from the Gentle ladies. They are not afraid to shoot it deep, even with that deep there. Great pressure from the Germans. They were able to make 3 or 4 passes right here on the sideline, but then when they got that dump off, they're able to swing it around with a huge bomb there.
You're seeing it now on the replay. The defender gets really close with this. He might even get a tiniest piece of it.
But she seems to be a little focused on her person there, and the other Gentle lady able to take that space and easily come down with it. Great point there from Gentle ladies. They're just on a roll here. They're bringing the score up to 3-3. it's anyone's game so far, but Gentle's offense just incredibly impressive. They were able to handle that zone without much problem.
Good work by both Gentle cutters, following it up in case one of them wasn't able to get it, making sure there were two options available. Gentle seemed very good, very keen to put it deep, and it's been very effective for them so far. Germany come back out on offense. Schaefer with it now.
Gentle changing it up here, deciding to go into single coverage straight away.
Gunnar now with the disc. Takes the forehand.
I believe there was a piece of that from the mark there.
Yeah, not enough to divert it from the path of force though.
But great dump coverage here by Gentle.
Stockout rising, able to get it down the sideline to Kuhn. Taking the backhand, squeezing it up to Tisson now.
Pity to lose that upline cut. Great movement by Germany so far.
Yeah, looking for a reset now. Gunnar's going to burn back up line. Not going to be quite in the end zone. Reset her feet on that end zone line. I'd look for another around shot. We've seen them score with those twice already.
Looking for Tisson, but great coverage, completely shutting it down. Oh, but her wide open, score to the break side. Oh, and it's going to be, wow!
What on earth just happened?
I have to see the replay on that. I am not sure what happened, but I'm definitely sure that wasn't her intended receiver. The disc seemed to slip out of her hands, but amazing, wow, amazing reaction speed there from the Germans.
Yeah, Kuhn notching her second assist of the game. Perhaps not quite how she wanted. Definitely looked like it was behind the intended
So here we'll see,
target.
there's great dump coverage. Again, the mark steps off, giving that break pass. Looking for that easy spot, and it just sticks in her hands a little longer and scooped off the ground. What a point by the Germans.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen Kuhn and Brinker have that connection for the score. But just it seems very fortuitous, but good positioning to make that score. As the Germans take a 4-3 lead in this game.
So that again, I think, a little bit of criticism on Belgium. The mark there, it's the same marking player, number 4. Sorry we don't have all the names of the Belgian players, but she tries to put a little bit too much pressure on the upline pass and gives up the break, and that's what Germany was able to score on there. But Gentle here, centering to Lisa Sellis. Germany coming out with that zone again, seeing if they can apply some pressure. Big hammer across to the side. Big swing again. Gentle doesn't seem to have too much problem, but now Germany's going to try and clamp and trap them here on the sideline. But Gentle able to bust through.
This is where they want to pin the Belgians, on this near sideline with the wind pushing it off the pitch. Big swing around now. Fakes downfield, a little pop pass into the cup. Perhaps a hammer option over instead. Just chooses to come back, take an easier pass for a loss of yards. They're going to shoot deep again here.
And that's going to be an easy score for the Belgians. Just handling that zone without any problems, hammering around it, getting out of those traps, going through it, going around it, and then always finding that big huck for the score. That's the second time in a row they've had that kind of play against that zone. Not quite as effective as I think Germany would like it to be, but at least trying to take them a bit out of their game, but so far Gentle able to score with ease.
Yeah, exact same combination for the score as well, actually, but we see here scything that through, bisecting that cup, and with no mark there, able to absolutely burn it deep.
That is a tough throw to make. There's only a little bit of sideline there for her to put that OI, but great disc and great come down by number 50 there. So that makes the score 4-4. Still no breaks yet, and still Gentle having a bit easier time on offense than Germany under 24 on every possession so far in this game.
Definitely agree with you there, Ravi. Wonder if there's any adjustments that the Germans can make to perhaps make the offense a bit easier on themselves.
I think they got to take away that deep shot. They got to force Gentle to make a few more passes because that deep shot is really dangerous. Gentle have at least 2 or 3 really good huckers. But now Gentle out on defense and applying pressure in single coverage defense. Big pass, it looks like it was a bailout throw, but able to come down with it is number 7.
Huge grab by Vera Forsch. Sending to the break side to where the defender is not near the mark for the score.
I believe there's great dump coverage by Gentle there. They had no dumps open and she had to throw that. I believe must have been style 9.5, but amazing vision for Germany to come down with that disc.
Brinker collecting her 3rd goal of the game in the process as well.
Brinker is dangerous, and she's always on that break side. She knows exactly when her handlers have that break option. Here we see that boosted throw. 28 on Gentle. Looks like she might be able to get position, but 7 comes over, grabs the disc, and then Brinker knows, oh, look, I got that break space open, and nice inside-out backhand into that space.
Yeah, with no mark on tight, able to put that throw into space without much pressure. Well executed as well.
That makes the score 5-4 for the Germans.
Gentle getting ready for offense now.
What can Germany do to apply a bit more pressure to this Gentle offense? Because so far I haven't seen it. We will see if they're going to go into that zone or go into single coverage. Here with a big pull. That is something that Germany does have over Gentle. They have better pulls, all their pulls going into the end zone. They're going to single coverage. And Gentle going into a side stack. Got their first cut open.
See that down the sideline.
And that's going to be a bit too far. Germany with a big chance here. Uncharacteristic turnover by Gentle.
Just a simple overthrow in the end, but they're going to get it back immediately.
Lose their chance. They're a bit too eager probably.
Number 30, Daru, just steaming through, getting the D.
Gentle calmly picking up the disc. Getting that around break into space.
And it's going to be in the end zone. I don't think the receiver realised quite
where
she
she had no
was.
idea that she was in the end zone.
In a way, you almost like that. Focus more on just getting the disc rather than getting the goal.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Great offensive play there by Gentle. Here we're going to see the around break. Great throw on that around break there. Number 50, not even knowing she was in the end zone, ready to throw that next pass.
Yeah, it's Eva's 3rd goal of the game. She's got the last 3 for the Belgian side. An excellent put as well, like you mentioned, with that around backhand. Really well done.
So the score is now 5-5. Amazing game so far. Really great offense from both teams.
All the makings of a classic early doors.
Gentle just playing solid offense, hitting break passes, and Germany able to dig themselves out of some holes under really tight Belgian coverage, but always seeming to find an option. Really impressed with the play here so far in this women's final, but can't expect much less here in Tom's Tourney. We always get incredibly high-level teams in both the women's and the men's divisions. 5-5, Lisa Sellis with the pull for Gentle.
Boosting it deep to start with. Caught comfortably by Schaefer, and she's going to move it forward to Tisson here.
Gentle going with the straight mark in single coverage, trying to stop that first huck.
Nice leading throw to Gerner. Huck's going to come off there, though.
But there's going to be coverage underneath, and a huge D by number 16, Knowles. And Gentle with the chance to break here.
Great pressure, a couple of defenders and receivers in the area. She was the one who, I think, just took the best pass to the disc there, managed to get in front before the attacker could.
I think the cutters were open when the throw happened, but they were a bit deep, and the throw just sat in the air too much, allowed some coverage to get underneath it. And now we'll see if Gentle can capitalize on a chance to break here.
Disc pinned on this near sideline. Nice tight mark, not a lot going on downfield. Good reset or tight pressure, but able to come down with it. Moving the disc forward.
And there's a pick call. We always see national teams using the hand signals because they have to learn that. It's good to see. Easier for the commentators.
Yeah, and for all the sideline as well. It does make the job easy. Quite. Looking for that around break. Still count rising.
And that's going to be out the sideline. Lisa Sellis not able to track it down. Germany's here on the sideline. They're deciding to force backhand, put some pressure here.
Gerner swings into Tissot, and they've worked their way over towards that far side now. Lieberth with the disc at the moment. Oh, completely loses her marker on that up line cut. Tissot's going to put it deep. It might sit in the back of the end zone. Just too far. Agonizing for the German team there.
Gentle here with a second chance on this point to get a break. Score is still 5-5. This would be the first break of the game.
All on serve as it stands. But only 25 minutes in. Plenty of time left in this.
Here we see the replay on that pass. It's just out the back.
Yeah, didn't quite sit down in time. Nice inside break there, though. Working the disc forward, isolating that reset, and just a little fumble.
Great defensive pressure there. Now Germany has an easy chance to score if they can keep their composure.
Got to convert on the short field here. Gerner has the disc, looking to isolate a cutter at the front of the end zone. High release backhand, well tracked down by the receiver, Vera Forsch, for the goal.
Was not the best inside backhand throw, popped up with the wind, but Vera Forsch, great composure, able to track that one down. So, though it wasn't the easiest point for the Germans, they do make it 6-5 and able to help keep that hold there. So it's now 6-5, still out everything on serve. And Gentle will put their O-line out on the fields, with Germany looking to apply some more pressure here.
Excellent adjustment there by Forsch, knowing that on her initial path, the disc was going to pop over her head, adjusting and still being able to track the disc towards the back of the end zone, making the grab for the goal, taking a 6-5 lead.
Here you see our lovely sidelines, people enjoying some nice Belgian food. Everybody's finishing up their games here, and we're getting a nice big crowd here surrounding the fields at Tom's Tourney 2017. About 1,200 players coming out here on 60 different teams, I believe, from all over Europe.
60 teams exactly.
I believe it's that, I'm not sure.
Pool's going to go deep. Not the best one we've seen from Germany, but they've set so high standards so far, and that is still a very good pool regardless. Lankriat now has the disc.
Germany decided to go into single coverage.
Vertical stack, all bobbled at the first time. Verriek just very good concentration to keep it though. Looking downfield now. Verriek will get this again, nice inside break to Lankriat.
And they continue it, I love that continuation. And she's gonna be able to track that down for the score. That's number 6, Sophie Sapp.
Yeah, the forehand popped up a little slightly, like we saw with that last, with the last point. Maybe the wind a little bit unpredictable, but well executed. But again, once again, well tracked down, plucking out of the sky with the left hand for the goal.
I love Belgium's Gentle's ability to attack the break side here. Here we're going to see the bobble. Still has the focus to keep that fluttering disc in her hands.
Yeah, went for it one hand first time round. Made sure she had two. Made sure she got 2 on it the second time of asking.
That's the last IO break we see in that point, but there was 2 other breaks that got you into that spot to get that score. So that makes it 6. Still on serve here.
Shredding the German defense with those inside outs so far.
So we're 27 minutes in, still no team able to generate a break yet. Both offenses playing hard, and if they do turn it over, able to generate really strong defense here. Lisa Sellis with another pull here for Gentle.
Another strong pull as well.
Into the German end zone.
So now another zone from the Belgian team. Nice hammer over the top from Gerner. Just squeaks over the head of the defender. Liebert has it on the sideline and will reset back into the middle with Gerner. Plenty of space open for the swing, and they can gain quite a few yards on this as well. Schaefer now with the disc on that far sideline. They've shown a willingness to continue to swing it back and forth. Liebert with it now again. Decisive fake. And swing it around again to Schaefer, gaining a couple of yards each time they do this. It's very effective and efficient. Mechanical almost, but a nice find through to Liebert there. Transition to single coverage now from Gentle.
Here's where they're traditionally able to get a turn when they were throwing this before. But Germany able to get it up the line, and another up and cut for the score. 7-6, Germany takes the lead.
Gerner is so fleet of foot that it's very difficult to stop, and if she catches you on the heels, then bang, she's gone. Her second goal of the game there, already with a couple of assists under her belt as well.
So that will be halftime, 7-6 for the Germans. So far, everything on serve.
So far, this matchup is everything we expected it to be and more.
The ladies in the blue shirts, Gentle ladies. They have 3 girls from the Frisbees also in the team, Naomi, Lisbeth, Daniela. They lost against Yaka, but they win against Yaka. in the semi-finals.
So again here, we're 7-6 here for Germany, but Gentle will get to start on offense here. This first half, what I've seen so far, again, I think Gentle's offense is still a little stronger than Germany's offense so far. I think that Gentle has the better chance to generate a break so far, but they haven't been able to capitalize on it. I don't know if they just get a little too eager when they get those turnovers, but their D-line offense just isn't able to generate those breaks yet. But I think that in the second half, if they continue to apply that pressure, they still do have the advantage so far.
Yeah, I don't think a break can be far off in either direction, actually.
But it's going to be who makes that first mistake. If either team can make like an easy turn near their defending end zone, and maybe that's going to be the difference maker, because a lot of the turns have been on the attacking end zone, which means that the defensive line has to work it up the full field, and neither defensive line has really been able to do that. So it's going to be a matter of who has the mental composure to not make that easy mistake on offense. So Gentle here coming out with a strong D-line. Germany coming out with a strong D-line, and Gentle putting out some of their nice players, getting ready to try and have that nice, confident offense they've had so far this game.
Yeah, you want to set the tone early at the start of each half. If you can march it down comfortably, then you'll let the Germans know that you're not going to be messed with this half. German coach helping to talk through some strategy there.
But absolutely great game so far. Can't ask much better. Really effective offense on both sides.
Tisson's going to pull here for the German under-24 side. And in the air, signaling she's ready. Take a run up and go deep. Another good pull. That's going to go deep as well. Into the Gentle end zone.
Yeah, just shy of the end zone. And Gentle able to get huge yards in their first two passes, and they're showing it deep. There's going to be coverage underneath.
Great grab for the goal. Little flip into the air afterwards. Huge put. Really well boxed out as well. A lot of
That's number 16, Knowles. There was a lot of coverage under that, but she's just able to get up strong, bring the disc down, making it look easy, but that is not easy. That brings the score to 7-7.
Yeah, first point out of half, we said that Gentle would want to make it a nice clean hold to set a tone, and they did that there.
It was clean in the sense that they didn't have any turnovers, but there was a lot of pressure there from the German defense. We will see. Yeah, that wasn't exactly the best shot, but if you have players like that, maybe they just have a lot of trust there.
Absolutely, and they've shown a willingness to utilize this deep game here. And it's been very effective for them so far.
So we see here some of our Boris and Bummy sitting there with some kind of Tom's Tourney cart. I'm not sure exactly what they're up to, but it's probably interesting.
Yeah, knowing those two, there's trouble afoot. Gentle with that lefty backhand off the pull. It's going to catch the wind. It's not going to go as far as they want. It's not going to make it to the opposing brick mark even.
Gentle deciding to go into single coverage here. Germany playing a horizontal stack, and there's that mistake that maybe I was talking about earlier. We'll see if Gentle can capitalize here.
This is the best any D-line has got the turn. Best field position they're going to have, possibly, to start with all game. Looking for that inside shot, but it's defended by Germany.
Germany able to get the disc back, but having to work up the full field now, a bit behind their brick mark.
Yeah, good job by Kuhn. Determined not to let the Belgians capitalise. Ebath with that backhand down the line. Just gone this near sideline. Vera Force swings it off. Gunn has the disc now. Receiver's gone deep. She's choosing to utilise them. It's going to send that down the sideline.
And that's a perfect
for the score.
Perfect connection there.
Yeah, it's Brinker again. Of the 8 German goals, she's got 4 of them now. She's a scoring machine so far this game.
Nice mental composure by Kuhn there to get that block back for Germany after the short turn. Look at this huck again. Just line drive down the sideline. Nice OI edge on it. Easy catch for Brinker.
Yeah, an absolute dime there from Gerner.
Gentle unable to capitalize on that short field turn there. That could be costly for them down near the end of this game. So now the score is 8-7 for Germany. Still everything on serve.
Gentle Ladies getting ready to receive the pull here.
They've got both Lankrit and Lisa Sellis here, who are both have had some amazing hucks so far this game. Lisa Sellis there centering the disc. Gentle again able to generate so much space on these cuts. And that's just too easy.
Way too easy.
Seemed like no pressure at all for them.
Sophie Sapp collecting her second goal of the game.
And that brings the score to 8-8. There, the cutters on Gentle just were working so hard. They were just able to generate so much space underneath on all those cuts. And then a nice strike cut to the end zone. Great point by Gentle Ladies. So it's 8-8 again. What a game so far.
Yeah, back and forth. Neither side giving up an inch here. This is what you want to see in a final. Two clearly evenly matched teams.
And O-lines are getting turns. It's not like it's just there's no defense going on. There's hard defense out there. But the O-lines have the tenacity to get the disc back every time they turn it over. So far, neither team able to score.
I wonder if we'll see either team change up their D-line a bit. Maybe put some more offensive players on there. So they might risk not getting the turn, but when they did get it, their offense might be a bit more effective.
We will see, we will see. We do see Lisa Sellis here on this D point. Again with a nice pull. She's had a number of them so far today.
Yeah, steepling pull coming down. Just on catching it and dishing quickly to Gerner. Get Lieberth coming free in the middle. Looking for a continuation upfield. Going to swing it to this near side for Caro Tisson. Looking for a little upline and then chooses to swing it around to Lieberth. Couple of cutters there. Gerner plucks it out. He's going to dish it off and then get it back. Faking the big, but instead taking that around. Not grabbed cleanly by Forsch, but she does get it.
Second bobble we've seen this game that have come with, ended up with a catch.
Lovely low release backhand on that inside out shot from Tisson. Lieberth gives it back to her as well. Plays that backhand for Gerner. Looking for a perfectly timed cut from Brinker.
Brinker again just has a nose for the end zone. She seems to know exactly when to time her cut so that she gets that score every time. I haven't seen her too involved in the rest of the field, but whenever it gets close to that end zone, she always knows where to go and how to time off of these dump cuts. She always times the cuts perfectly like this. You can see her. Look at that cut. She knows exactly right when's the good moment to make that space. It makes it really easy for her handler. Brinker with an amazing game. There seems to be a timeout here. Score is 9-8 for Germany.
A really effective little cut. We just saw Brinker just not a full fake, just little drop of the shoulder there, just to sell her defender one way before going the other. Really, really nicely done from Brinker. Got to mention Gerner as well. That's notching her 4th assist of the game to go along with a couple of scores as well. Really running the show for that German O-line. What do you think we might see these teams come up with in this timeout, Ravi?
I am really not sure. I mean, if I'm Germany, I think I try to go back to that zone look. I think in person-to-person single coverage defense, Gentle just has the edge. Their cutters, the cutter defenders just can't seem to stop the Gentle cutters, and especially with the cannon arms that we have from Lisa Sellis and from Ina Lankrit. They have the deep option and the under option, and single coverage, I think Gentle has the edge. When they throw that zone, they seem to be able to at least make them swing it a bit and take them out of their A game. So I believe we might see something like that. But so far their zone as well, Gentle is able to do both. I don't think Gentle needs to change anything. They just have to keep playing their offense. Nothing really to change there. So I'm guessing that was Germany's timeout because I don't understand what Gentle would be discussing here.
I'd imagine it was to really talk through and work out what they want to do to generate this turnover. And not just generate it, but try and generate it near the Gentle end zone as well.
If I'm Germany, I think I want, on the cutter defenders, I think I want to try and decide what I want to take away. Do we want to really try and prevent the underneath cuts or prevent the deep cuts? And it seems like if they try to prevent both, they're not able to prevent either. So maybe decide, put a mark that's going to make the deep a bit floatier and cut off the undercuts, or maybe just cut off the deep cuts and see if Gentle has to make a lot of shorter passes, but decide on something and dictate where they want to go. Take them out of their A game.
We do see a couple of players we normally see on that offensive line for Germany crossing over to the D-line in players like Tisson and Gerner, really chasing down that pull.
Lots of energy here from the German D-line. They are pumped up.
Yeah, Forsch on the mark here. Disc is swinging. Getting upfield, nice around break. Kromik with the disc now.
Amazing throwing from the Gentle handler line. Around breaks, inside leading passes.
Just looks so confident and assured the entire time. Just now in the hands of Daru. Shooting that blade down the sideline. The coverage is going to peel off, but not get there in time.
That's Ayla Kromhake. I believe she is one of the Bruges locals. I heard there were 3 Frisbees is the local club in Bruges, but I think they don't quite have a women's team together, so a lot of them play with Gentle ladies because Kent is not too far away. So the home crowd loving to see that, having one of their own get a nice score in the final.
And you see Liebert begin to peel off, but can't recognize it quick enough. And at any rate, it feels like Kromik had done very well to position herself where there wouldn't be any defender able to get a bid at that.
So that makes the score 9-9. I did like Germany's energy there. They really brought a lot of energy, but Gentle had amazing handler movements. There was an around break into an inside leading pass there that just really was able to get them to generate the throwing space they needed to work it down the field. Impressive defensive energy, but even more impressive offense there by Gentle.
Definitely. Lisa Selly is now going to pull for Gentle ladies.
And that one's going to be deep as well.
Tisson will field this. Vertical stack look. They've got someone going off the back. Not going to be able to find them at the first look, though. Instead finding Liebert underneath.
By the shouts, I believe Gentle is trying a force middle defense now. See if that's able to generate some more pressure.
So it sounds like nice grab by Gerner. She's going to the ground. Finding Liebert now. Looking in the middle. Looking for Gerner. Going to put that out to space with the defender's back turned. Taking advantage of that face mark. Liebert getting it again. Right in the assessment of the force middle there. Gerner with it now. Swinging it out wide to Tisson. Sideline is loud here.
Yeah,
big support for
a lot of the Gentle
ladies.
old guys that were just playing in the Open Division 2 final now finished celebrating and now helping to sideline their women's team.
Liebert now just beyond the attacking brick mark. For that inside shot, is they going to go down to Gerner? Has to go to ground to make the play, but she does do confidently.
Great pressure by Belgium here.
Nice high release break. Looking for Brinker. Fakes that backhand. Looking inside.
Great
clamping
coverage.
Down. Gerner leading
Brinker.
that break side to Brinker.
No continuation.
Looks like they've switched to a forcing one way just down this sideline. Tisson's throw is overthrown. It's going to go out.
That's going to
of
go
bounds.
out. The Gentle sideline excited. Lots of energy here at Tom's Tourney 2017 finals. Gentle with another chance here. Try and get the first break of the game. So far, both offenses have been perfect in terms of converting.
Yeah, I think Germans worried about those bigger round shots they've given up a few times, changing to that. Oh, they've got a few times. The Belgians changing to that force middle, but they did change to one way down the end zone where they got the turn, just on this near sideline. Oh, it's a hand block.
Germany able to keep the disc.
Schaefer sticking out that paw, smothering the throw before it ever really got anywhere. Tisson's going to get a chance to make amends here. Picking up the disc on the end zone line. Germany's O-line defense has just been stifling. Looking for Gerner up the line.
It's not going to be there. Looking for the up the line again. Great coverage by Gentle so far, but Germany able to punch it in.
Just popping it into that tight window. Gerner's third goal, along with 4 assists. Having just a monster game.
That makes the score 10-9 in favor of the Germans. Still not a break in sight.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on that throw. But in that tight window, the pressure I think is good. The placement rather I think is good from Tisson, just placing it on that inside shoulder of Gerner with the receivers, with the defenders on the outside. They're not able to get across the body to get a chance at that disc without potentially initiating contact. It's a good placement in that short space. Germans with a more conventional D-line out there, trying to get some fresh legs out there, perhaps hoping for an injection of energy here. Going to be Nayes to pull for the Germans. Lovely flowing pull, fielded by Gentle. Lankriat with it now.
Such a dangerous thrower so far, and there she puts the big hammer up, taken down easily.
Brought down by Bruns. She's going to look to swing it back into the middle. Verriek with it now.
Verriek has just been a solid presence for Gentle this whole game. She's got all the break throws and very composed handler.
Kromik with the disc now, finding Lankriat on that inside channel, really well executed. Looking for that arcing blade over the top, but it's going to fade away, and it's well defended by the Germans. Baumgartner with a fantastic play, got a good read on it, knew that was going to die away.
And they shoot it deep immediately, and that's just a little too eager.
Just a bit impulsive, a bit impetuous almost.
I mean, I know they haven't gotten too many turns on this Gentle offense, but they have to be able to use that with a bit of a better option than that.
Yeah, saw the little replay of the D-well. Disc was fading away, but good job by the defender to make sure. And then on the turn, shooting deep, Nayes is a big target. You don't necessarily mind using those height advantages, but perhaps got to be a bit more judicious about when you take those shots.
And Verriek again with the great around break that she's been doing all game.
Just swings back into the middle. Truck with it now. And Nayes gets the D. Just a little bit underthrown, and the Germans in no mood to hang around. Want to get it moving quickly before this Belgian defense can get set.
But the Belgian defense is set. That seemed like a high stall count, and it bounces out of the hands.
Nearly got that. That was agonizingly close. Receiver going to ground in order to catch it, sliding onto her knees.
Here we'll see that again. Blading, high stall count throw. Almost gets it.
Just off the fingertips.
Verriek going to pick it up again.
If her hand's an inch further out, then that's going to stick in there.
You can see the cutters are going for the break side on Verriek every time. They know she has that great around break. But Germans are generating a lot of pressure here.
Huge amount of energy going this point from the Germans. Nice inside there, but the wind's going to catch that throw. It's never going to get close to the intended target. Hoovered up gleefully by the receivers. Just a little overthrow there. Getting a bit ragged now.
It's really strange. I mean, I don't see too many different players out there on O-lines and D-lines, but the D-lines are just not able to keep their composure on defense here when they get those break opportunities.
Looking for the around, instead gets it through the middle channel. A nice little run through there from the hand, and there's a person free on the break side. Huge bid, but it's just short.
What an amazing catch there by Charlotte Bruns. She had a lot of quite nice catches in that point. Really a powerhouse cut for Gentle. Here we see the great cheeky throw into Verriek, and just putting that throw to Bruns. Great focus. That was such a near D there from the German defender.
Huge bid, but not able to come up with it. Excellent play from Riping.
That makes the score 10-10. Still anyone's game. I don't know who's going to make the first mistake here.
I don't want to be the one to predict it, but I am more than happy to be the person to commentate on it.
Great game we've got here for this Tom's Tourney final. A lot of Universe Points games have been on the show pitch, and why not for the women's final?
Feels fitting, doesn't it? German offense will get to work here. Gunner's going to absolutely nail that one deep. Fortune with a huge show of speed, laying out, strips herself as she hits the ground.
Such a pity. I mean, there was miscommunication there. The cutter did come under right as that throw went up, but then she able to make up all that ground, but just couldn't hold on to it when she was falling over.
So rapid, just churning up yardage. Wanted to track it down and then did get there and got two hands on it, but just as she hit the ground, just jarred it loose. Getting with a chance to get this first break of the game.
Into the solid hands of Vareka.
She can go with the lefty towards the sideline. Back to Vareka.
The around throw, just going for it with one hand. A bit too casual there.
A little bit of fatigue setting in. Fortunate with the disc. Looking at her options, still count rising. This is going to put that into the end zone. Bit of sky.
An amazing D there by Sophie Matthias.
Here we are again on the replay. Couple of defenders
leaps up.
there.
She had her back to the disc. She seemed to have eyes in the back of her head to know when to jump for that one.
Gunnar was almost able to get that on the second effort as well, but not quite there.
What an exciting point we've got here. Gentle again looking for a chance to break. Lisa streaking deep. Inside break back to Sophie.
The Gentle defense is really amping up now. You get the feeling this could be a pivotal point in this game. Nice inside find, attacking the disc well. Dishes off with that lefty backhand. Pick
Seems to be a
downfield.
pick called somewhere.
I think it was quite a while ago. Play ball stands.
It didn't affect any of the handlers. They can't hear these pick calls with the sidelines so loud here.
High release backhand.
Great put to Vareka. Here's their chance. And they shoot it to Lisa Sellis and Sophie. And a great... Was she in bounds?
I think she is.
That is the first break of the game, and what a break! Wow! Gentle is excited to take their first lead of the game. That's 11-10 for Gentle. They are pumped. Lisa almost got that on the first attempt, and amazing backup there. Here we see a great leading pass, and she just wants to shoot it deep to Lisa Sellis.
So you go up and attack it.
Goes up, great defensive effort, then it bobbles in the air and just stands and takes it down. I think Sophie would have had it as well if the other Gentle wasn't there. Wow, what a point to get the first break of the game.
Yeah.
11-10 for Gentle now.
Phenomenal stuff. Going to see it, have another look at this from the low angle this time. It's a great bit from Tisson, just knocking it away from the clutches of Lisa Sellis. But it's not going to come to anything. Unfortunately for them, you can see the relief on the Gentle faces as they catch
just
that.
Falling over.
That's a fantastic shot. So a bit unfortunate if you're that German team.
Great defensive effort there.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that Gentle will mind though.
We'll see. It's really hard to get broken like that in this type of game. Germany has to keep their composure here and get another hold. It can be really dangerous to go down a couple breaks after the first one happens, but so far they seem to be working it well. Lee Berth on the sideline.
Back into Gerner as this sideline begins to get a bit rowdier here. Tisson with the disc. She's going to shoot deep down that far sideline. Is it going to stay in bounds for Brinker? Yes, it is.
Brinker again, just a nose for that end zone. She seems to always know when to find it, always know when to time her cuts for that score. That brings the score to 11-11.
Yes, a sixth goal this game.
Just on fire, Brinker. Here we're going to see,
His third assist for Tisson as well. Having an excellent game. That starting seven for the German O-line is devastating. but they're going to need, if they're going to win this, they're going to need to do what they haven't been able to do yet so far today, and that's get a break.
With Gentle solid offense, it's a really hard task to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final of Tourney running division. The score is 11-11, and we have 5 minutes left.
5
Cool,
minutes
good,
left
5 minutes.
in this game, and if it's anything like the Open Division 2 final, that will be a cap +2 at the end of the 5 minutes. It's looking like there's a good chance it'll go to 15, but maybe it'll be a game to 13 or 14. We'll see how this point goes.
Some more
Laser of a pull, and it got a little air bounce there to stay a little further, a little higher. Centers to Celis.
more offensive players crossing over to this German D line. Huge move from Tisson and gets the D.
Amazing defensive play there by Tisson.
Flying through, nearly got the D on that gentle break, and she does get it there.
There's
Goes
a big disc going up. Celis is going to be able to get under it, floating forever.
Fading away, and Germany brings it into break back immediately.
Wow! In quite similar fashion on a very high disc, and amazing composure to come down with it. So Germany takes their lead back 12-12. They are not out of this. And now they take the lead. Belgium's going to have to come up with another break if they want to win this game.
Yeah, in previous games we've seen the Germans play, they've used Spaneth as that big target off those hooks, and that time maybe not quite open. Pretty good coverage by Celis, but seeing that actually we like this matchup here and we're not afraid to try and take advantage of it. Pays dividends that time. Good read on it, got good position. The disc fading away, we see Tisson come flying through from the backside there. That's a monstrous play.
Amazing defensive energy.
Huge.
Amazing. That's key. If Germany wins this game, that's the play of the game. That is what won them this game.
It's an
if it comes down to it.
An absolute mugging by Tisson. It's incredible. And there we are, nice read. The disc tailing away, going up, getting it with two hands before it has a chance to die.
And now we're back in again.
Well, Lankert thought about catching the ball and then decided against it.
She's got his big smile on her face. Nice throw into space. And they're going to launch a tip to Sophie. She's going to be there.
Just shy of the end zone, knocking on the door. There's a player wide open and they're going to take it, flip it in with a lefty backhand for the goal.
And that's that composed, gentle offense we've seen all game. Just able to shoot into space and play with their whole team. Here we see the launch deep to Sophie.
Yeah, I thought at one point it might blades too much, but it does hold its edge nicely. See all these players chasing it down. Good hustle. Sophie Sapp collecting her third goal of the game as well.
And you can see the mark goes all the way around to try and stop the dump and then leaves the break side open there.
Yeah, a bit of confusion in that German defense.
So now the score is 12-12. What a game we have here.
And, like, are we allowed to say the words instant classic?
Can't ask for anything else. Tell your friends if they don't have a fan seat subscription, they need to get one to watch this game on demand later.
I know what I'm doing when I get home. You can hear the excitement and the energy building on the sidelines. Celis running up for the pull. Tisson catching it, working upfield to Gerner. Keeping Celis off the back here.
They're going with this wall zone again, which was able to generate some turns earlier in the game, but they still weren't able to generate a break with it.
Yeah, with the German offense getting into a rhythm, deciding to change things up a bit, especially with these big energizing plays.
Sidelines are getting louder and louder. That can make it a lot harder to keep your composure in a zone offense.
Yeah, maybe the idea is trying to take the disc out of the players. The whole German O-line is strong, but maybe the players who are not quite as strong throwers get them a bit more disc time as well.
Gentle has crumbled into a single coverage defense now. Big around break.
Huge bid from Lieberth isn't going to get the job done.
Maybe just a little too excited with the sideline energy here. Gentle with a chance to break here. A little more than half field to work with.
Yeah, the around break from Gerner just falling shy. Eva stepping off on the force. John falls so wide.
Nice grab by Celis.
One hand.
Finding space. Germany is all over this coverage. Every disc is contested so far.
Gerner peels off to try and get the layout D on that. Is not successful.
Fakes the around break, can't quite get it. Stall count must be rising by now. And the around break to Sophie. Gentle gets a break back. After no breaks in the game, we get 3 breaks in a row.
What
is going on in this game? 13-12. Gentle takes the lead. I haven't heard the horn yet, so this game will go all the way to 15. What a game.
This is amazing. Every so often when you're doing this, you kind of forget how lucky you are, as the time has just ended.
Game is to 15. Game is to 15.
Confirming it over the tannoy. But that time, just German team not quite able to hold the force. That around backhand break. Gonna put in a good bid to try and recover it, but she couldn't quite get it. See, big bid from Gerner there earlier in the point.
But great tenacity on that German O-line defense. They were contesting every single disc, even on that last one, a layout bid. They really are hungry for this game, but Gentle able to keep their composure and make amazing grabs under pressure.
Got everything so far. Got wide momentum swings, huge plays, tips, second efforts. This is quite something.
So here we are, the score is 13-12. Gentle Ladies leading, up 1 break in this game. Lisa Celis getting ready to pull here as Germany under 24 is going to try to hold their composure and get a score with all this energy going on here at Tom's Tourney 2017. Gentle coming out with that wall zone again.
Yeah, they got the tone with it last time after that transition, which they've been so effective at doing. The wind beginning to pick up now as well. This goes back to Gerner. Swings it wide, trying to put it through for Tisson, but...
And Verheiko with the D, just in the right space there. Gentle with a short field here to get another break. This will be the first 2-point lead of the game if they manage it. Great coverage so far from the Gentle defense, but she finds the space. Oh, and just a little bit of miscommunication there. Germany's able to get the disc back. Yeah, Gentle going back into their zone.
Sophie Sapp just pulled out of the cut, perhaps thinking it was intended for a different receiver behind her, but there was none except the German one.
But Gentle back into their zone set. Crowd chanting for defense. A lot of Belgian supporters here.
Yeah, supporting the more local of the two teams and their fellow compatriots.
That's quite a low throw, but able to save it.
But there's a call downfield somewhere.
Not sure what's going on. Love to see some hand signals here, but some type of call. I think maybe that somebody tried to call the disc down, but I'm pretty sure it was up. You can see there on the replay. I think she was able to scoop it up.
Definitely gets the one hand under it. Doesn't know with the disc. That's the throw she wanted earlier that was Deed. Weaving that inside-out backhand through the cup. Germany off to the races. A nice bit of the gauntlet there.
Can they stop? Can they stop Brinker in the end zone? You know she's going to want this score. She's been getting them all game. There she goes for it. Brinker again. Ties the game up, 13-13. Belgium with a huge missed opportunity there to take the first 2-point lead of the game. But they do still have the advantage. 13-13, the game is to 15.
Tisson burning that backhand down the line.
Oh, it's a bit of a pity we only maximum with 3 points left in this game. I want to keep watching.
Can we not let them play forever? Is that not a thing?
I think they're kind of tired.
Win by 2?
I think they're kind of tired.
Win by 2? That is 7 goals this game for Brinker. 7 goals.
They have to find a way to stop her in that end zone, but she's just having none of it.
It's just a scene, really. See Tisson staying on for this D point. I like that call. She's been a huge energy provider for them. She got that excellent layout D last time though. Last time they came out on defense. It's going to put it as well.
It's going to sail to about the brick mark. And Germany coming out with a 1-3-3.
Oh,
huge layout bid from
Tisson again. Lovely little hammer over the
She's
top.
got plenty of time.
Longcreate isolated in space. Throw a little
Nice
floaty
vision for
backhand
that
over the top. Another hammer that time. Again, Longcreate in plenty of space. I'm scything it through. Good catch by the receiver falling down. Good focus on it.
Offense getting a little jittery, but now regaining their composure. They're on their own doorstep. And there's the throw. And Tisson with the D! Tisson is just playing huge on this German defense.
She is on fire. I don't know where on earth this is.
And she launches it deep. There's going to be coverage underneath.
Snagged out of the air by Link.
Lincoln now has it. Back to Tisson.
Swiping, sorry. It's my fault. Tisson now with the disc again. Marshalling this German D-line O.
There's the around pass.
Breaking it again. Swing it back in. She's going to shoot deep, looking for Riping. It's going to just sail over the defender's head for the goal.
That's a break for Germany to retake the lead, 14-13. Another momentum swing. Wow, what a game. Tisson is on fire, just doing everything for this German defense now. Here we're going to see her launch this disc deep for the score. There's her throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 14 points for the German national team under 24, 13 for the gentle ladies.
She might have 3 or 4 plays this game that we've called, that we've said is the play of the game. She's just on fire. Watching her 5th assist of the game, it's along with, I can make it at least 3 huge blocks.
And putting tons of pressure, she's doing everything she can for this team, putting the team on her back now.
Yeah, Riping getting her first goal of the game as well. The Germans will look to kill this one off here if they can.
They are taking Tisson off, trying to save her for that universe point probably if it comes to that.
Yeah, she's just having a phenomenal game here. Gona's going to pull for this German team.
Gentle here, very ready, hoping to put this offense in nice and easy. And bring it to an exciting thriller at the end of this game. The score is now 13-14. If Germany can score here, they will be your Tom's Tourney champions. But Gentle's going to start with the disc. Again, Germany coming out with some kind of zone. It looks like a bit of a 4-person cup.
A lot of pressure, and it's going to be defended.
And Germany with the short field here.
It's Riping again, stealing through.
Just a few meters to work with if they punch this in. They are champions of this tournament.
You can tell the tension, you can feel the excitement. The crowd really ramped up. It is loud in here. It is loud. Looking to get Noyes down the line.
So far, great coverage from Gentle. There's the around pass. Is there continuation swing? Not yet. Disc is back, closer to that forced sideline.
Noyes with it now. This comes off into that lane. They take the reset to Gerner.
Sophie's going to have to hold her mark here. Has to be a bit more disciplined and not give up the break passes if she can. Lisa Sellis now on the mark with Link with the disc. Discs are popping up. Great coverage by Gentle, forcing a lot of passes here on this end zone. They do not want to give this up, but there's the shot for the score. Is she going to have it?
It's inbounds for the win.
It's inbounds. Germany under 24, your Tom's Tourney 2017 women's champions. And what a championship game for them there. Amazing match from both sides. Gentle has to keep their heads high. That was a great game up until the end. And Germany just able to get a few breaks there at the end to get the first 2-point lead of the game there, 15-13. Wow, what a game.
I need a lie down.
So here we'll see that final shot into the end zone.
Verica nearly got a hand on it. Spaneth able to toe the line on that sideline. She knows he's just won. What a huge win and a fantastic game. I can't get over that. Tisson with those huge layout blocks. Gerner had 3 scores in addition to 6 assists, 7 scores for Brinker. What a game. What a game, Ravi.
That wraps up the women's division here at Tom's Tourney 2017. Stick with us in a few minutes. We're going to have the open division final between Cus La Fota from Bologna and MUC from Munich. This has been a great game. We'll see you in a few minutes.
See you in a bit.